everybody, I'm Amy, but you can call me Geeky McFangirl. Welcome to my channel and thanks so much for joining me for a Dungeons & Dragons inspired craft. In my Dungeons & Dragons campaign, I play a Paladin, and today I'm going to make the holy symbol of Bahamut.
I want to give a huge thanks to everyone who makes the Geeky McFangirl channels possible with a pledge of $1 or more a month on Patreon. If you're enjoying the show, click the Patreon link below the video to support me. You can also support the channel for free by subscribing, liking, and sharing. As always, you can find links for all the materials you'll need for this project in the description below the video. As I said before, in my D&D campaign, I play a paladin who's taken vows to the deity Bahamut. And coincidentally, in a completely separate campaign, my brother-in-law also plays a paladin of Bahamut. So in this video, you'll see me make two versions of holy symbols, one for each of us. Both are going to be necklaces. Bahamut is a platinum dragon deity, so I started with silver dragon charms. I rolled blue glittery polymer clay in an 1/8 of an inch oval to create the background for the first necklace and made sure the pendant would fit nicely. Then I carefully snipped off the top of the silver dragon charm with a flat edge clipper jewelry tool. Then I pushed the charm slightly into the clay but not too deep. Make sure that the charm does not push out the backside of the clay. Next, I trimmed around the metal dragon to fit the shape a bit better and smoothed the edges with my fingers until I was happy with the pendant. I pressed a glue-on silver metal bail into the back of the pendant to create a place for it to be glued later. This is an optional step. You can also make a hole through the clay as another option. I set the pendant aside and started to work on my second pendant using the same steps. Roll out the clay, carefully snip off the top loop of the pendant, position the dragon and press it gently into the clay. Then I trimmed and smoothed the clay to fit the shape and added a metal bail to the back. The final step before baking is to add a textured background around the metal dragon pieces. I started by transferring both pendants to the baking sheet. Then, using a dotting tool, I created a textured background all around each dragon shape. I left about 1/8 of an inch around the entire pendant with no texture because I wanted a smooth edge. Now they're ready to be baked. Bake according to the instructions on your clay package. Baking time and temperature will vary by the clay brand and the size of your project. I baked my piece at 275 degrees Fahrenheit or 135 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. While the polymer clay pendants are baking, it's time to work on creating the necklace. I knew I wanted my necklace to be very ornate, almost like a rosary beads. So I decided to string them in groups onto wire. But you could just as easily string beads onto a string instead of a wire like I did. Use your creativity to make something unique. Once the pendants are fully baked and completely cooled, it's time to add a clear coating. I used diamond glaze on this pendant, but I also love Dimensional Magic by Mod Podge. Apply it in a thick coat over the entire front of the pendant and set it aside to dry. While the sealant was drying, I used the time to make some more beaded sections for my necklace. Once all my beaded sections were done, I used one large silver jump ring to connect two of the pieces, creating a middle point of my necklace. After that, I attached beaded pieces together to create both sides of one long necklace. I attached the pendant to the large jump ring in the center front. Then I added a closure clasp and jump ring at the back. This is the completed first necklace. Now on to the second necklace. Since this one was for my brother-in-law, I created a more masculine look with just a few silver beads and a faux leather cord. I threaded the second pendant onto the cord and added a few beads to either side to add a bit of visual interest. Next, it's time to make the closure on the back. I used metal crimp-ins and pliers to attach them to each end of the necklace. I recommend crimping the ends very tightly and even adding a drop of glue later if the ends don't seem like they're on securely enough. Then add a jump ring to one side and a lobster clasp to the other side. Once the clasp was securely connected to the cord, my second necklace was complete. No matter what style of necklace you decide to make, your holy symbol is bound to add a creative flair to your Dungeons & Dragons game. Wear it while you play, or use it as a prop while casting spells.
Thanks so much for crafting with me today. I hope you have fun if you make a holy symbol for your Dungeons & Dragons campaign. And if you liked this project and you want to see what's coming next, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you want to watch me live stream my craft projects, you can find me on Twitch. And if you want to support this channel, you can also find me on Patreon. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you next time.